Welcome back to Fine Living Journey. Today, we are going to explore the hidden psychological reality of people who struggle to make friends. Society constantly tells you that if you do not have a massive group of friends, there must be something fundamentally wrong with you. People assume you are awkward or completely broken, or that you are the root cause of the problem. But clinical psychology paints a completely different picture. We are going to break down exactly why your social circle is incredibly small and why it is actually a massive indicator of deep psychological awareness. Let us look at the first major mechanism. You have a microscopic tolerance for fake behavior. When you become highly self-aware, your brain immediately detects insincerity. You can spot manipulation and gossip and shallow personalities from a mile away. While most people are perfectly happy forcing a fake smile and enduring meaningless conversation, you find it physically repulsive. You would rather sit completely alone than waste your mental energy participating in a shallow performance. You highly value your emotional peace, and you refuse to let dishonest people drain it. This brings us to the second reality. You deeply crave authentic connection, and you completely reject small talk. Shallow conversations literally do not engage your brain. When people want to talk about the weather or basic daily routines, you feel entirely invisible. Your mind is explicitly wired to explore complex ideas and human emotions and life purpose. Until you find someone who can match that exact level of depth, absolute silence always feels significantly safer than pretending to connect. It is not social ineptitude keeping you quiet. It is a biological drive for meaningful interaction. The third psychological barrier is extreme overthinking. People with very small circles usually have incredibly active minds. When a social interaction ends, you do not just move on with your day. You mentally replay the entire conversation for hours or even days. You analyze your own tone and their facial expressions to see if you left the right impression. This constant evaluation creates massive internal pressure. It makes even the most casual interaction feel incredibly exhausting because your brain never stops processing the data. The fourth reason you remain isolated is a psychological concept called social incongruence. You operate with a lingering assumption that the general public will simply never understand you. You have probably felt fundamentally different from your peers for your entire life. Your specific sense of humor and your deep interests do not align with the average environment. Because of this persistent disconnect, you actively choose a safe distance over social risk. You are not antisocial. You just know how rare it is to feel truly understood. The fifth trait is pure independence. The average person frequently mistakes your fierce independence for lonely isolation, but psychology defines this as low social dependency. You have successfully learned how to entertain your own mind and solve complex problems completely alone. You seek internal validation instead of constantly begging the outside world for attention. This does not mean you are a cold person. It simply means you are incredibly strong. You refuse to compromise your core identity just to blend in with a crowd. The sixth element involves your history of rejection. Your brain is highly protective because you carry invisible scars from past betrayals. When someone you previously trusted completely lets you down, your nervous system rewires itself. You become intensely cautious, and you observe people for a very long time before granting them access to your life. You have set an exceptionally high bar for trust because you know exactly how expensive a toxic friendship can be. The seventh psychological factor is a highly sensitive social battery. You probably feel completely drained after a simple social event that extroverts find energizing. Your specific nervous system requires massive energy to process body language and tone and emotional context simultaneously. That intense processing drains your internal battery incredibly fast. For you, absolute isolation is not just a preference. It is a biological requirement for your recovery. The eighth hurdle is a hidden fear of judgment. You want to appear confident and likable, But the heavy pressure to look perfectly normal makes you completely freeze. This fear of negative evaluation pushes you to withdraw socially. You are not actually avoiding human connection. You are actively avoiding the brutal sting of embarrassment and the risk of letting people see your vulnerable side. All of these unique traits create a profoundly rich inner world. Your extreme sensitivity and your massive overthinking make standard friendships very difficult to start. But it also means that you feel and think at a level most people simply cannot comprehend. When you do finally form a connection, it is incredibly rare and deeply meaningful. You are not broken because you struggle socially. Your mind simply requires a level of depth that is very hard to find. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this.